Hello. Hey, can you hear me? See me? I don't know why that didn't go live. Make sure we can get everyone over here. There we go. Hey, everybody. Can you hear me good? Hey, Eric. Hey, Barracuda. There's a fish watching us. Hey, dude. Hey, Zach. Awesome. Northeast England. Good to have you in. Is anyone else left in that other chat? We're just going to pull them all over here. There's 4 viewers over there. I don't know why that live link is not letting me go live, so I've just had to quickly start a new one. Come join me here. All right. Hey, Whisky Al. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, it's been well, hi everybody. I'm Phil. I'm going to fill you in about whiskey. And it's been pretty exciting recently to hit 10K. I think a couple of videos, particularly the Whiskey Regions in Scotland video, did quite well. And yeah, lots of people coming over, lots of people learning about whiskey, it seems, at the moment. Yeah, I don't know about my computer. You're in the right chat, Karen. You're in the right chat. It's perfect. You've got some dirt on your chin. If I've got dirt, then you must have a lot more. Anyone still? No, that's good. Everyone seems to be over here. So yeah, I just basically wanted to, let's hang out, let's have some whiskey, let's chat about whiskey. And yeah, it's 10K celebration, and also it's World Whiskey Day. So I'll be keen to hear what some of your favorite world whiskeys are and what sort of whiskeys you're drinking. What's everyone doing? My beard grooming techniques. Well, not quite the pro as what's his name, Jeremy Sears. You know, like if anyone's seen his channel with like the massive, you know, he's like next level pro. But for me, I just flick it to whatever 1 centimeter, and it's done. So good. Thank you so much. Really glad you like the content. I'm sorry I haven't been able to upload much recently. So we've renovated the entire house. So, which kind of means where I was actually filming my videos before, I can't film anymore. So as you can notice, like the walls are white, and had to reset everything up. And it's just been a few months of just trying to set everything up. So here tonight, I've got an Aaron 18, fantastic whiskey. If any of you had the Aaron 18, it's absolutely beautiful. I actually think it's probably one of the better 18s out there. I watched a video recently of Whiskey in the Six, and he said the same thing. Also, has anyone used this glass before, the Blender's glass? I'm finding it actually quite good, actually. There's a guy in Auckland who uses it for all his like super rare whiskies. And I mean, it's not as good in the dishwasher, but it's fantastic. I'll take these off. I don't think I need them. But it's fantastic for like getting that. Oh, I'm getting pop-ups. Go away. It's fantastic for like really, because it really builds up those aromas, and it really narrows it down even more than the Glencairn. But it's terrible in the dishwasher, like smashes it. Roy was telling me on the first day, like the whole head just fell off. So I'd love to get some glasses made. I don't know, maybe I should get some first fill glasses made or something. I don't know if that's what you guys would be into. So who we got in here? I'm sat in a hotel in Dundee bemoaning the distillery has been closed. Oh, I'm bemoaning not being. Oh no, being in New Zealand's pretty good, but I can't wait to get back to those distilleries one day and go through and look around. Um, yeah, it must be weird being there and not being able to go to the distilleries. Yeah. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. That that's awesome. That's great. That's you've been able to explore new drams. That's what's so great about whiskey is that you open one door and you realize there's 10 doors behind that, and then you can go down any of those doors, and it's all very exciting. I've got a video coming out I'm editing at the moment about how to read a whiskey label, and it talks about like all the different directions a bottle can go just by what you read off the whiskey label, which is pretty exciting. And here we go. Eat, Smoke, Drink invited me to his. Yeah, definitely. When you're in NZ, Dan, you'll come. Definitely. We'll definitely have to go. Yeah, I've been to a few of Eat, Smoke, Drinks whiskey nights, and they're fantastic. Dan's had a dram of Oban 18 last night. Beauty. I actually haven't had the Oban 18. I've got the Oban. What have I got here? I've got the Oban 14 here, but I'd love to have the Oban 18. Is that bottled at a higher strength? I think it is, right? Who am I missing? Hi from. Is that Norway? I want to get your flag wrong. No, it's not Norway. Finland. Hey, MJ. Hey, Japanese whiskey. I love Japanese whiskey. It's just a little bit too expensive. And I think I'm hoping over time as the whiskey, because they've got a lot of barrels in Japan at the moment that are aging, but the demand's too high that they're using too much of kind of their stock. So the prices are really high at the moment. I've only got one Japanese whiskey at the moment. I've still got the Yoichi. I'm just sort of hanging on to it because I bought it in Japan and I don't really want to finish it, but I probably should finish it because that's what whiskey's for. It's for drinking. My choice is I work in a really cool alcohol store. What would be one whiskey you'd love to see in a store I work in? Aaron 18 is pretty good. It's a great whiskey. There's not too many people who don't like this whiskey, especially among whiskey geeks. It's fantastic and definitely one to, like, and also because where you are, it'll probably be a bit cheaper to buy as well. It's just such a fantastic whiskey. Oh, Bram's bought me a dram. Thank you very much, Bram. Cheers to you. Thanks for the support of the channel. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. If anyone does buy me a dram, you can choose, if you like, what color. It's not even going to work. My color. You can choose what color the background can be if you want. It's a whole lot here. So you can choose what color you want, Bram. Thank you very much. If I missed, how much is Aaron in for an NZ? Well, you can get on Whiskey and More in New Zealand. You can get the Aaron 10 for about $70, I think, $75, which is actually not bad. I think the importers in New Zealand have done really well, and for some reason, we actually get prices not too bad here, and compared to Australia, which some of those whiskies in Australia they pay almost double. Dan says, congrats on 10K. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been awesome to hitting 10K, even though I've only had like 20 videos go up, and it's great that has kind of resonated with people and people found that helpful. And yeah, I just really appreciate all the generosity and everyone's comments. And yeah, it's cliche, but it's definitely all you guys like commenting all the time. And I get so many people checking in on me on Instagram saying, "You still alive, Phil? Still alive? Going to talk about some whiskey more?" And no, I'm just still alive. Arrington was my last purchase. Lovely dram. Yeah, Arrington is fantastic. It was made Whiskey of the Year by Ralphie. If people know Ralphie's channel. But also it's just fantastic. I was having Aaron's long before that, and it's just beautiful. It's bottled a really nice strength, and it's natural color. It's unchill filtered. There's not music coming through, is there? Quit. I visited Aaron Lake in 2019. They got a huge portfolio, much of which isn't distributed. Oh, really? Awesome. I have to come with you on that next trip. Next time you go, I'll come with you. Me and the missus are in the process of buying our first home in Auckland. Would love a bar set up like yours. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's tough in Auckland at the moment with housing at the moment. Yeah, I mean, this is just a glass cabinet. I got all my whiskeys in it now, which is great. Lit up a little bit. But yeah, definitely. Caramelized orange dark chocolate and baked peaches on the palate sounds awesome. It's very good. Aaron 18 is very good. And like if it was in your bar and if you had someone come up to you and said, look, I want to try something really good, that would be one I would recommend to show people. I mean, this is in the running for my whiskey of the year, the 18. I think it's a lot better than the other 18s. I mean, it's a little bit more expensive than most whiskeys, but it has but I don't know. I think it's worth it. Like the value for money for what it tastes like. It's absolutely incredible. Ben is in the chat. Good to have you here, my bro from Australia. So there's a few things I want to talk about. So World Whiskey Day, what's everyone drinking? What I really want to get into more is the Irish whiskies. So that's something I really want to buy more of. Are you guys drinking the Irish whiskies? And that's something for World Whiskey Day that I want to sort of celebrate a bit more, because I think Irish can sometimes get left behind with kind of how big the Scotch industry is, but there's just so much going on in Ireland at the moment. So that's definitely a whiskey. That's the whiskey I want to have over World Whiskey Day. What do you guys? Do you guys have any whiskeys over World Whiskey Day? Bit off topic, but the region smell. Give me your 5 or 3 favorite fragrances. Oh, interesting. What would be my favorite fragrances? I mean, I love Marmite. Yeah, I definitely like dry more than sweet. So yeah, red fruit. Some of those those deeper kind of more Marmite flavors are definitely probably my more favorite flavors. But I don't know, there's such a range. Sometimes I really want sweet whiskies. Let's just catch up. Yes, try the blue spot. I definitely want to try and the yellow spot as well. I definitely, and if there's more Irish whiskies, I got another person, Stewie, saying Saturday evening on a Redbreast 12, delicious. Nice. Cheers. Port Charlotte 10 is my favorite. Ardbeg a close second. What should I try in the same type? Yeah, Port Charlotte 10 probably is my favorite, like go-to Isla 10-year-old as well. I mean, what else would I try? There is, what is it? My brain's not working. Longrow. That's the Springbank Smoky whiskey. That could be a good go. If you tried the Lagavulin 8, that's quite good. It's a higher strength, so that could go. That's a nice one if you like in the Port Charlotte 10 and our Big 10. Sure. I had a Jameson without any mixes last night and I was blown away. And to think it's just $40 fantastic value for money. Yeah, and that's the thing. Sometimes we have to sometimes, we have these whiskies that are made for mixing and then you have them by themselves and actually you think, oh, this is actually not bad. I had that with the Monkey Shoulder recently. I sort of always mixing it. And then one day I just had it by itself and I was like, there's nothing wrong with this whiskey by itself. It's absolutely fine. Definitely agree with you there. Green Spot, Chateau Montalonina and Leoville Button are great. I've been to both chateaus. I live in an hour from Napa Valley. Wow, those chateaus, are they in the US? I thought, or Bordeaux. Because I went to Bordeaux a few years ago as well, and Burgundy, and it was absolutely fantastic. You loved it. And that's a really interesting point as well about whiskey at the moment, is it's cool to now see, often most whiskeys are aged in either ex-bourbon casks or they're aged in ex-sherry casks. And with the big wine industries at the moment, especially in places like South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand, we have much better access to wine, and so you got so much more range for creativity within, the wine industry. So they can age all these different whiskies within different wines. However, it is a bit harder. If you get wine and whiskey and you pour it together, it's not going to be as nice as if you put sherry and whiskey. Just sherry and whiskey just go well together as drinks. But because there's so many wines out there, there's a lot more experimentation available out there. So I'm really looking forward to actually what a lot of these, I guess, do you call them New World with whiskies? Maybe you do, like the New World countries are going to do, because they also have access to these massive wine industries and barrels that they can then age the whiskey in. And some wines probably won't mix well with whiskey, but other wines will. And in New Zealand, we've got there's a distillery called Cadrona Distillery, and they're using a lot of Central Otago Pinot Noir, which I actually think there's an Ardbeg. I think the Ardbeg? No, had like the sheep or something on it. That was aged using New Zealand Pinot Noir casks. And so this local distillery, which is down the road from that region, that wine region, is using those same like casks. So yeah, I'm real excited about the future of whiskey at the moment. It's going to be like so diverse in the future, and that's part of why I started this channel, is to help you guys to learn more about whiskey, to learn more about, like, just to open those doors up, because I think just learning a little bit just lets you go, okay, well, I kind of get this, and then you can just go down wherever you want. And that's a big part of what I want with the channel. So yeah, I'm just going to read through. They are founded by Irish immigrants. Oh, wow. Oh, nice. No one in the US. Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on. I'm just going to catch up. Hi, Phil. Hello from Germany. Hey, David. Good to have you in. Thanks for watching in from Germany. I love Germany, especially this, because when I used to do landscape photography before COVID and everything, I got a landscape. I don't know, you've seen my other videos of the photos in the background. South of Germany was one of my big locations I wanted to go and take photos, because it just looks absolutely beautiful. Really wanted to go there, but have to be some other day, some other time. What's the PDS? Not sure if that's the word whiskey. I haven't had anything that's had the same kick as Lagavulin. Have you had the Octomore? I'm sure some people might have already said that. Octomore is massive, massive, massive whiskey. I just get it. It's hugely peaty, but it's hugely divisive as well. A lot of people think it's overrated. I don't think it's overrated. I think it's fantastic if you want a peaty whiskey. It is a little bit more expensive, so if you have to be an absolute peat lover to splash out for it. But if you love peat, you're going to be well rewarded. The bottle I got was the last one by, I think this is the last release by Jim. I think it is Jim McEwen, who was on Roy's. I don't know if anyone watched Roy's stream recently. Jim McEwen, he's quite a legend in the industry. I think he's just retiring now, and he really brought Brodick Clady back to life where this whiskey is made. So there's Brodick Clady, which is a distillery in Islay, and then they have different expressions. So one's the Octomore, one's the Port Charlotte 10, and another is the Laddie. So that's definitely a distillery to look into. Let's go drinking a port. Nice, 50%. That's a great drop there, David. Have you tried Mitch's bourbon, Phil? No, I need to try more bourbon. Bourbon's really hard to get in New Zealand for some reason. I think it's probably because a lot of the bourbon makers, because their domestic market is so massive, they don't really need to really try and get it overseas as much. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. Whereas with Scotch, it's a small country. Maybe they try to export things a bit more, but anyway, that's just is this still working? Is this loud enough for everybody? Yeah, Octomore 10.4 is hugely peated massively. Both chateaus are found by an Irishman. Interesting. Black had an NZ. That's it. Black. Yeah, that's what it was. Eric knows. If anyone wants to know anything about whiskey, go to Eric's channel. He's almost like a professor of whiskey. He knows it all. Go follow him. He's got a fantastic channel. Very, very knowledgeable man. I think he's on. There's a whole episode where I think he's on the Whiskey Tribe, and I believe you got a wine background, Eric, as well. You're a som or something. So very, very knowledgeable. Bubble Bath Bourbon. Yes, that's a great Irish whiskey, smoky Irish whiskey, I believe. The Connemara, which Bubble Bath Bourbon is saying. I've had this whiskey bar in Interlaken in 2019. Ah, Interlaken. That's in Switzerland, right? By the Jungfrau. I've been there. Not a fan. Yeah, that's what I mean by it being a divisive whiskey, though, Karen. It's a very you love it or hate it type whiskey. And loud and clear, buddy. That's good. Great. You can hear me. I ate up here for 3 months, guys. I ate Peter for 3 months to save and buy Macallan Rare Cask Black, and now it's mine. Nice. Mike is good. Thank you. I live in North Germany, and apart from Huts Mountain, the terrain is flat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I needed to explore Germany more. For Irish, I love some Teeling. Have you had any? Yeah, Teeling's really good. I really like Teeling. It's a really fantastic distillery. They're done really well, and I definitely think people should go out and, yeah, try the Teeling as well. I definitely want to do an Irish video. I want to do an introduction to Irish whiskey. That'll be one coming up. Oh, Eric is a som. He is a som. Yeah, so he knows us. So it's awesome. I mean, I could definitely talk wine as well. Wine will be my next sort of drink. I mean, I'm not a som or anything. I'm just a guy on YouTube. Yeah, we toured around Bordeaux. We toured around Burgundy. We bought a few Premier Crus and Grand Crus. So absolutely love wine. My wife loves wine as well, so it's an easy one for us to both drink. Hey, Belter from Spain. Good to have you in. Ecuador 10 is good sipping whiskey, right? Yeah, Ecuador 10 is great. That's a good, underrated though. Hard to find, but great. Great whiskey. Very small distillery. Yeah, so it's so good having you guys all support me. Give the video a like so we can get more people coming in and seeing the stream come up. Now, there is one thing I want to announce, and also for people who, and I also want people to kind of contribute as well. Like if there's ideas, because I've had a few people say, do you have like, can you sell your photos online, or is there, do you have like t-shirts or whatever? So I've actually gone and made a store online. It's based in the US. So if you're based in the US, it's very cheap for shipping, but it goes all around the world as well. I've got some coming to me. And I'm just going to paste the link now. And I've made a bunch of like, oh, Eric has given me $10 10K subs. Thank you very much. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate all your support, and appreciate all your generosity to the YouTube community and all your knowledge and everything. I think everyone appreciates you and what you're doing as well. So yeah, definitely go check out Eric's channel as well if you want to really dive in deeper for whiskey. Cheers. That's good. Yeah, so I started this little store. I don't know if that link works. Now, what I wanted with some of the stuff is I wanted it to be subtle. Like I wanted, so I got this one t-shirt I did, which is basically, it's just a bunch of words. And people, you know how sometimes you go to the shop and there'll be like text on a t-shirt or something, and it will be, people, you just think it's random text. But these t-shirts have random text, and most people won't know what it is. But the whiskey geeks, you know, your whiskey fans, when they see it, they'll be like, I know what you've done there. I should, this is the one I'm talking about. So I don't know. I don't know if people want it. You can choose to like it if you like. But yeah, it's a little store in Etsy because I just wanted to, what I eventually want to do is get glasses and get some coins like Roy's channel. If any of you follow Roy's thing, he's got these cool little coins, and they're great because what you can do is you just place it on top of the glass, lets the aromas build up, and then when you're ready, you get big sort of build up of aromas. And people, you can use like Pringles lids and stuff, but it's quite cool just having these coins that you can collect. We've had a few more people come in. New subscriber and new whiskey game. Awesome. Great to have you in. You're perfect for, yeah, that's why I made the channel. It's people like you who just want to learn a bit more, because it's such a massive journey. There's so many different directions we can go down. And yeah, whiskey is just such a fun thing. And that's the thing about whiskey. You don't have to know it all. Like, the journey of learning it is like the fun part. When you know, it's, yeah, I always compare it to like playing Pokemon back in the day, you know, what's this new one? What's this one? And, you know, you all build it up and you try this at different bars, and you try this with your friends. And what's up from Southern California? That's awesome. Oh, you're from Southern California. Awesome. Oso's barbecue. Have you tried any of the new Cadrona releases? No, Stephen, I haven't. I do need to. Maybe I should get in touch with them. I really want to do a video on how whiskey is made. But I'd love to actually shoot it myself, because I know how to shoot and stuff. I think someone was asking before about how I'm shooting. I can't remember. If you did, maybe just ask that again. I feel like someone asked that before. I'd love to go shoot like a really cool video of how whiskey is made, just so I can share it with you guys. But I do really want to go back to Cadrona. Dave, cheers. Thanks, Melissa. Thank you very much. Cheers. Do you ship to the UK? Yeah, so this shop ships to the UK. I'll buy your landscape prints. Awesome. Yeah, so the landscape, there's heaps actually other photos as well on my Philip Gow photography thing. If you want the actual printout, I can put it on in the Etsy store. But on the store at the moment, the Etsy link I put up back up there, I put a couple of the photos that are used within this channel. So one's the barrels, which you've used in all my graphics as the background, and the other is like the Lagavulin distillery when I visited Lagavulin. And I think, what else is there? To put anything else? I don't think I put anything else, but those are the two. But I'm thinking about putting more into the Etsy store for the link I've just posted before. That ships everywhere. It just depends on shipping. It's sort of, I've partnered with like they're called Monster Prints, and they're based in the US, but ships everywhere. So I've got a few coming to New Zealand. Do you sell your landscapes? Well, I sell my landscapes, but only as digital prints. So generally what I ask people to do is, you know, print it in your local town, find a local print shop to print it. But you can go to my photography store and you can buy them there. But what I want to do is eventually then start putting all my photos onto my Etsy store, so that you can actually buy the prints and they're already printed out, you know, like as a poster. That's the photography one. If there's any problems, just let me know. Like, just email me or whatever. I'm studying into the whiskey world. I'm studying Isla. We bought an RB 10 Lafroig and Kalila. What should be next? Well, Port Charlotte 10. That's a good one to go to. Someone was talking about that before. If you're into Isla, Port Charlotte 10's always been my favorite of the Isla whiskies. It's fantastic. You get like smoky bacon on it and all sorts of like really interesting, nice flavors. And it's good, nice, complex. It's also bottled at probably a higher strength than those. So it's bottled at 50%. Absolutely fantastic. Challenge coins are very popular. I've got a large collection from fellow whiskey YouTubers. Yeah, I definitely want to do some coins. What I want to do is like, yeah, I got a few ideas for that. Yeah, and I've also I've got a few of the t-shirts in the Etsy store. I've got like the beauty one at the end of every video, the beauty, and I've got the share and enjoy t-shirt as well. So yeah, they're just some cool little things. If anyone wants some. Yeah, so yeah, what else do you guys want from the channel? Is there anything you guys want me to do videos on? Anything you guys want me? I mean, because you guys are the reason I'm doing these videos. It's all your guys' support and everything. If there's anything you guys want me to do videos on in future, that'd be great. Like, just let me know. Just picked it up. Oh, thank you. Offerman. Oh yes, Lagavulin has that new cask in Guinness. That's yeah. So Lagavulin Distillery now offering a whiskey which is aged in Guinness, which is going to be interesting. By Offerman, the actor. Could you do whiskey reviews? I could do whiskey reviews. I sort of found the reason I haven't gone to whiskey reviews is I feel like there's so many whiskey reviews out there. But if you guys are interested in me doing whiskey reviews, yeah, let me. If that's something you'd like me to do, I definitely would do it. Like maybe I start with some of the like hero whiskeys that everyone like Lefroy 10 and stuff. I could do reviews like that. Whiskey comparisons. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea. I was thinking I could do a video of, you know, maybe age, get a non-age statement, a 10-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 21-year-old, and compare and talk about like how does longer in the cask make the whiskey different. I tend to use the tops of presentation tubes to cover my glass. The tops of presentation tubes. Oh yeah, yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, that would work well too. Like out of like a, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So congratulations, 10K. I'm watching this live and all the way from India. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video recently on Indian whiskey. I really enjoyed learning about the whiskey you guys make in India. It's actually really good. Like I really love the Rampur, and it was absolutely fantastic. Great to have you watching. I hope everything's good for you in India. I know with the big like outbreak and stuff at the moment, it's been pretty rough. But yeah, I'm glad that you can be watching this in midnight. That's awesome. And I hope you got a good little dram with you as well. So cheers to you. Fragrance reviews would be nice to see from time to time. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that video was great about Indian whiskey. Yeah, I enjoyed making it. I definitely think, and that's a place to look out for. Indian whiskey is one of the next. It's going to be one of the next sort of big locations to look out for. Irish whiskey review would be great. Topic for the next vid. Always been a fan of Irish ones, but switched to Scotch. Thanks to you. Congrats on 10K. Thank you very much, Kirill. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. And it's great to have you watching. I'm glad the videos are helpful. The Indian whiskey was amazing. I tried the Paul John. Michael said that India whiskey video was amazing. I tried the Paul John Nirvana and it was awesome. Looking forward to getting some other bottles you mentioned too. That's great. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it was completely yeah, it was super fun making that video and just learning about how I think the really interesting thing about the Indian whiskey video that I learned was how climate can affect the cask, and not so much about how hot and cold it is, but how dry and humid it is, and how that makes such a big difference. So if you're in a humid area like New Zealand or Scotland, that's when you get the angel share. That's when you're losing the alcohol evaporates before the water. But if you're in a dry area like Texas or India, that's when you're losing the water out of the cask. And so that will mean that what's left in the barrel will be just the alcohol. So overall, the alcohol percentage is going to be going up. And those are the things they have to deal with there. Whereas in Scotland, they're dealing with the fact the ABV is going down. And I think there was a video once I saw where there was a distillery that released a 29-year-old, and it's sort of interesting. You sort of think, why you release a 29-year-old? But then it made sense because the ABV, and it was bottled at 40%, but the ABV was getting so low that it was going to get below the 40% threshold that it wouldn't be able to be called whiskey anymore. And so they probably were trying to get it to 30 years and then thought, oh no, the angel share has taken too much out of this barrel. We better bottle this now. And so they had to bottle it at a 29-year-old and not a 30-year-old. Oh, Karen has bought me a dram. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Keep doing what you're doing, mate. Love your work. Me and the missus are heading out now for a house viewing. First home buy struggles to catch you later. Oh, I know the feeling. I went to about 40 different houses when we were looking at houses. It's tough. Well, Sunnynock's great. If you live in Sunnynock, let me know. Really wish you all the best for the house hunt, and thank you very much for the virtual dram. Cheers to you. I need a top up. So let's go to the green spot, eh? Green spot. What's that? Show. Phil, like you said, there are many. I think I've missed a bunch of comments. Congrats, big milestone, Phil. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Gregor. Really appreciate that. Beauty. Yeah, beauty. Actually, I did some beauty t-shirts as well. There's men's and women's. It's the beauty t-shirts. I just had a bit of fun the other night creating some t-shirts. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, David. Sorry, Phil, but forgot to congratulate 10K. Nice one. No, thanks, David. Appreciate it. I think everyone I know is here. Everyone, by being here, is celebrating the 10K. It's great to have you here. Favorite bottle currently is an Angel's Envy Rye. Highly recommended. Definitely. I mean, that's one I've heard about a lot as well, especially on a lot of the bourbon channels. Oh, look out for that, Daniel. That sounds really good. Eric says, Phil, like you said, there are many whiskey reviewers. I think your distinct talent is your videography and editing. I wish I had your skills. We need more whiskey storytelling. Thanks, Eric. It means a lot. Yeah, I guess there's a really good YouTuber out there, and I know he's subscribed to this channel because I've seen it in my thing, and that's Johnny Harris. And I know, if Johnny, if you're watching, Johnny Harris, please make yourself known. But I know he's subscribed to this channel, and he's got a similar background to me in terms of video and stuff. And I loved his way he tells stories. His video is not about whiskey. They're about like just random issues around the world. Like he did one on why do McDonald's ice cream machines break down all the time. And yeah, I really liked that, how his editing style and stuff. And that's sort of what I want to, I just want to make it really easy for people to learn about whiskey. Yeah, so I've got to think whether I want to get into more reviews. But yeah, I mean, look, if you want any tips on editing, just hit me up. Always happy to help. Emmerich Car Strength peated is a monster. Interesting. I haven't had that. That sounds really good. Field trip to Scotland so Phil can get his footage of the distilling process. Who's in? That sounds great. I would love it. That would be the place to shoot a behind the scenes how whiskey is made video in Scotland. That's definitely what I want to do. This green spot. You always get that green apple skin. Red apple as well. Like a mandarin peel. Vanilla on the palate. Like a ice cream vanilla. And like a what is that? It's a green spot. Very good. They could have cold fingered the 29-year-old. Yeah. I was on a cruise and picked up a bottle of Balvenie Triple Cask. It was absolutely amazing. Awesome. I haven't had that one. That sounds really good. Balvenie Triple Cask. I've got to try that. Andrew says, tried Emirate Peated, really good whiskey, similar to Lagavulin 16. Oh, that's good. See, I wasn't too sure on the 16. I don't know if it was just what I'd eaten beforehand. It was just my palate at the time. So, yeah, that's good that actually other people are enjoying that one. Then we've got, we're looking at New Windsor. Nice. Cool. All the best. I hope you find a place. Hopefully the market's slowed down. And oh man, it's tough in Auckland, eh? Yeah. If you do buy a house, if Karen does buy a house in Auckland, which is extremely difficult because there's prices are crazy. What whiskey are you going to buy to celebrate? That'd be a good video. What, you know, top 10 celebration whiskeys. Hoping that I can eventually find some Indian whiskies here in the US. Been wanting to try some out since Indian whiskey video. That's from Zach. Yeah. it's weird in New Zealand. We seem to get some whiskies and we don't get others. We struggle to get bourbons, but we do well with Scotch and we do well with Indian, and that sort of thing. So it's interesting what we can get here. But yeah, definitely try. I definitely recommend the Rampur double cask, and I recommend the Amaret Fusion. Both of those were good. I wasn't too keen on the Paul John Brilliance, the one that Jim Murray or whatever thought was good in his book. I don't know what. I wasn't as big a fan, but I do know some of the other Paul Johns are very good. But maybe that's just my palate. What's everyone's drinking? Abel or Abanar? That's a fantastic one. I've got the green spot. I've just had the Aaron 18, and now I'm on the green spot. The whiskey dictionary's in. Good to have you in. Thank you very much. I'm sure you all know Whiskey Dictionary. He's got a big whiskey channel, lots of really good videos, day in, day out. He's he's been doing it for years and like been very generous to the whiskey community here on YouTube. And yeah, we definitely appreciate you. Do you drink Irish whiskey? I do. Not enough, though. I got too much Scotch because when I went to Scotland, it's very easy to keep buying all the Scottish distilleries, but I do want to buy more Irish whiskey. I'm drinking green spot right now. I want the ice spot. I want the blue spot, red breast. There's lots of Irish whiskies I want. So that's sort of my next thing on the list, what I really want to get more into. Aaron 18, we would love to celebrate with us if we get the house. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully I can see you at one of those whiskey, eat, smoke, drink whiskey nights. That'd be great. Nice Aaron one. And Rampur just came available in my neighborhood. I'll just show you guys the Rampur so you guys know what I'm talking about. So we're just talking about Indian whiskies. This is an Indian whiskey here, the Rampur double cask. Really, yeah, it's a fantastic dram. I've never had a whiskey that's been this tropical before. Like, yeah, it's like having passion fruit, which, I mean, I can expect those flavors from different types of wine I have. Sometimes you have wines and it's like super sweet and you're like, yo, that makes sense because wine can be super sweet. But with whiskey, you sort of, I just didn't expect I could pick up those sort of flavors on a whiskey, and I really like it. It's really good. Ohio discovered the channel a few days ago. Love the vids. Great. Thanks for, yeah, that's awesome. You found it. How'd you find it? Did it just pop up? That's great. Like, I hope my videos can help you get into whiskey more so you can appreciate it more and go down this amazing whiskey journey. The journey is the funnest part. Like, even if you feel like you don't know much, as you start to learn more about whiskey, that's the fun part. Like, as you discover Isla and as you discover, well, what are the smoky whiskeys here? And as you discover Speyside and what are the, what are the nice whiskeys that are like sherry flavored there? It's an exciting journey. So really good to have you in, Rev. And Jason Whiskey Wise is in. Congrats on 10K. Thanks, Jason Whiskey Wise. And happy World Whiskey Day, everyone. Cheers. Happy World Whiskey Day. Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen some of your videos in a while, Jason. I don't know if the algorithm's not been showing them to me, which would be unfortunate. But Jason Whiskey Wise has a good YouTube channel as well. Lots of whiskey reviews. Very good. And Whiskey Friend is in. Oh, everyone's coming in now. All the other whiskey channels are in. Whiskey Friend's in. Congratulations. Thank you very much. It's fantastic. It's been good. Even though my upload frequency hasn't been great, it's good to, yeah, it's been good. It's been a fun journey. It's so far, and just having so many people find the videos helpful, and I hope I can sort of use my skills and editing and stuff to help everyone just learn more about whiskey and appreciate it just that little bit more. I get a lot of rosewater and lychee. Lychee. That might be what it is. Yeah, it is lychee. You're so right about that, Jason. Yeah, because I was sort of thinking like the passion fruit kind of glaze you get on top of cheesecakes. But lychee makes also a lot of sense. Because yeah, I was getting like rock melon, mango as well, like a mango sorbet sort of thing. on the Rampur double cask Indian whiskey. Last Irish whiskey I bought was Hyde number 7 sherry matured. The problem is 2/3 of the bottle are gone and still haven't warmed to it. Don't know why. Yeah, I know what you mean with that. I've had bottles like that as well, where you sort of, it's funny, some bottles you warm up to and some you actually start to distance yourself. I had that with a Bunnahabhain. It's like a peated Bunnahabhain, and as I drank it more, I liked it less, which is weird because I love Bunnahabhain. Like, it's an amazing distillery in Islay. Absolutely love it. Yeah, it's interesting how that happens. Rev says, I got into whiskey earlier this year and first started watching the videos of the Whiskey Vault, and just a few days I got one of your videos recommended to my YouTube page. That's great. I'm glad my videos are getting recommended. That's great. Whiskey Vault's a fantastic channel. Grateful to Rex because he shouted me out once, and it was really good. Hopefully one day I can meet those two, meet Daniel and Rex. I'd absolutely love to meet them, do a collaboration. Or actually, maybe they should come here. They should come to New Zealand. That'd be even better. We need to get them over here. I've been very busy with work the past 2 years, but slowly filtering some videos when I get some time. Would like to put out a lot more. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Jason, we're in the same boat, really. I've been the same, just so busy with work. I'm really just trying to put these videos out when I can. Really, I need to do this part-time, I think would be ideal. But I know exactly how you feel about that. Dom, hey, Phil, you having a good night? Having a great night. Well, morning, actually. It's actually morning here. I'm having whiskey. The thing is, most of my audience is from the Northern Hemisphere, so it's often the best time to go live is in my morning. But the whiskey still tastes good. Apparently, I heard somewhere there's been like scientific things where your palate is actually more sensitive in the morning. I don't know if that's true. Gewurz, yeah, Eric, that's interesting. Maybe that's why I was thinking about a sweet. So we're just going back to the topic of this Indian whiskey being like passion fruit and lychee and stuff. Eric is saying it's a bit like a Gewürztraminer, which is a sweet wine in Germany. There are dry ones though, and there's a lot of New Zealand vineyards now starting to use that grape. And then, because the other sweet one in Germany that's common is the Riesling. Maybe that's, I wonder if it's like the Riesling. Maybe not the Riesling. I found a loan method. Beth says, I found a loan method in Madness at my local liquor store today. First one I've seen. I don't think I've had that at all. Is it good? Do you like it? Daniel, I've been getting into weird whiskies like High West Campfire, Rye Bourbon, and Peated Malt Blend, and Balcones Brimstone. Wow. Rye Bourbon and Peated Malt Blend. That sounds really interesting. And Dom says, lychee is an interesting flavor. Oh, Leo says, now I'm craving lychee ice cream. Yeah, you love that whiskey. Lychee is an interesting flavor, Dom's saying, as it doesn't taste like anything else I've had. It's kind of a non-citric lemon. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I think Jason hit it on the head with that tasting note. I think that really is. Delta says, first for your information, we just recently started to have Portuguese whiskey. Woodwork, it's called. Don't know about international distribution yet. One more to add to the chase. Cheers. Interesting. The great thing about Portuguese whiskey is they would have access to the port casks. So that would definitely make sense. I wonder what the climate's like there for them in terms of like, is it too dry? It's probably humid enough. I'd love to try Portuguese, especially for World Whiskey Day. I mean, that's what I love about it. Like, there's all these distilleries opening up at the moment. It's not just Scotland anymore. It's not just, Kentucky bourbon. Growing up, also recommended. What do you do for a living? I am a video editor. I am motion graphics artist. I work on TV commercials. So I don't know if you've seen, I'm working currently on a warehouse commercial is coming out. I'm doing a Burger King commercial. I just did a big campaign with Tourism New Zealand, where they did like 200 videos all across the country. I have to share it maybe with you guys one day. Yeah, so I work in advertising, doing big campaigns for all sorts of different companies. I've done stuff with BMW and with Ford and stuff. And so whiskey is kind of my like separate sort of thing from my work, which is kind of, my other thing I like to get geeky about and learn about. Dom said, oh yeah, time zone's my bad. It's all good. All good. Right, times Joy Lefroy. Nice. One for, good time to enjoy Lefroy. It's 2 in the morning. Definitely visit the Whiskey Vault in July when it's 46 degrees Celsius. I'm just so bad with heat, but I do really, really want to visit. Hello from Colombia. Hello. Okay, good to have you in, Christian. Thank you. Thanks for joining. That's great to have you from Colombia. And what are you drinking? Any whiskeys you got at the moment? Hi from Germany. Question, do you ever smell your glass the morning after? Yes, sometimes I do. Not intentionally, but because I forgot to wash it. But yeah, often, especially, I had one the other night. It was just a very normal kind of Speyside whiskey. And I smelled it the next morning. It was like caramel slice. It's almost like it dried up all those alcohol flavors, and it was just like the alcohol had dried up and the water had dried up, and it was just all that was left was just those enzymes, and it just was like melted caramel. Yeah, really interesting thing to do, actually. If you do drink your whiskey the night after, just smell the glass and see what you get, because sometimes you'll get, and then when you go back to that whiskey, you'll be like, then you'll start recognizing that flavor. Don't judge me, I just cracked open my first burner oven. Wow, awesome, good work. There's no judgment there. That's actually respect. Burner oven's fantastic. Absolutely love it. Always have a bottle. My burner oven, this one right there. Burner oven 12. Always got one on the shelf. It's like an absolute go-to. Congrats. The Our Dog 77 says congrats to 10K subs. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Appreciate having you here. I love the smell of whiskey in the morning. The previous had been imported whiskey. Me too. Called caramel. Hee. Yeah, is that my Kiwi accent? My Kiwi accent. This is why I need subtitles in all my videos, because we like to combine our vowels here in New Zealand. 18-year burner is fire. Absolutely agree with that. What I want to do is get an Aaron 18 and a burner 18 and see what I like best, because I'm not sure which one I like best yet. Which peated Scotch can you recommend? Just had it Coolila and looking forward to trying some others. Well, there's all the main ones like Lefroy 10. Depends how early you are in your whiskey journey. If you're sort of further down, I'd definitely say the Port Charlotte 10 is absolutely fantastic. That's my favorite peated whiskey from the Isle of Isla, which is a little island where a lot of peated whiskies are from. But there are peated whiskies outside of there as well. Another famous one is the Ardbeg 10. You also want to try, Lagavulin 16. That's a sister distillery to Coolila. So, they're sister distilleries to each other. So anyway, I'm going to have to get back and look after my baby daughter. I wish you all a really good World Whiskey Day. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Make sure if any of you want to buy a t-shirt based around first fill, you can get the beauty t-shirts. You can get the real subtle single malt unchill filtered. That's my personal favorite one, which I posted in the link before. That's all available now. Shipping is actually, the manufacturer's based in the US, so it's very cheap if you're in the US, but they ship all over the world. I've ordered some for myself. But yeah, hope you have a good whiskey day, and thank you so much for supporting this channel. It's been exciting reaching 10K, which is, this was just sort of a hobby on the side, and now there's 10,000 people who are keen to join. So it's been really great. Grateful for all your support. And yeah, let's see you at 20K. That would be great. Hopefully I'll get some more videos coming out soon. I've got one I'm editing at the moment about whiskey labels, how to read whiskey label and differentiate between all the different things on it. But yeah, been absolutely fantastic. Thanks everyone. Cheers to you. And above all, make sure you share your whiskey and enjoy beauty. Cheers everyone. Thank you very much. Happy World Whiskey Day.